3 days before Valentine's Day, my fiancée admitted she was having doubts about us. It was a Monday afternoon, and I had just wrapped up a meeting at work when Louise texted me. "Can we talk tonight?" Something important. I assumed it was about wedding details, maybe the seating plan or her dress fitting. We'd been engaged for 8 months, together for 3 years, and our September wedding was fully booked. Venue, catering, invitations, the whole thing. When I got home, she was sitting on the couch like she rehearsed the moment. Back straight, hands folded, eyes serious. "Harold," she said, "I've been thinking. I'm having doubts about us. Maybe we should take a break." I froze, still holding my coat. "A break?" I asked quietly. "Just some space," she rushed on. "To clear our heads. It doesn't have to mean anything permanent." I didn't answer right away. My phone buzzed in my pocket, but I ignored it. I set my coat down and asked calmly, "How long are we talking?" "I don't know, maybe a few weeks." The timing hit me like a punch. 3 days before the one night we've been planning for months, a reservation at that kind of place you book half a year in advance. "You're serious?" I asked, her lips pressed tight. "I think it's best for both of us just to breathe," she said. I nodded once, steady, calm. No pleading, no arguing. If she needed space, she'd get it. She blinked, caught off guard. That was it. "You asked for space, Louise. You're getting it." That night, she packed a bag and said she'd stay with her co-worker, Margaret. She called me mature for taking it so well, but I could see her confusion as she wheeled her suitcase out the door. The second her car disappeared, I sat at the kitchen table, planning my next move. By the time her taillights vanished, I already knew what I would do. She wanted a pause. I'd give her a real one, not the half measure she imagined where she toyed with her freedom while I waited anxiously. That night, I moved into the guest room. I turned off location sharing, removed her access to my calendar, and locked down all the apps we use for planning. If she wanted space, she'd get it, fully. The next morning, I logged into the reservation system. 2 seats, Valentine's night, 7 p.m. at the town's hottest restaurant. Instead of canceling, I changed the guest. I called Aunt Gloria, the woman who raised me after my father died, who hadn't had a proper night out in years. "Gloria, what are you doing Thursday evening?" I asked. "Probably heating soup," she laughed. "Why?" "You're coming with me somewhere special," I said. She paused. Then, softly, "I'd be honored." That afternoon, I typed a short message to Louise. "Since you asked for a break, we'll communicate only about logistics. Please use email. I'll handle social obligations alone until further notice. Respect my space as I respect yours." I read it twice, hit send. Her reply came in minutes. I thought we were just giving each other room, not cutting off completely. I ignored it. By evening, another. "Are you angry with me?" Still nothing. Silence was my answer. If she wanted separation, she'd feel it, absolute, clean, real. By Wednesday, the silence was working. Not on me. I slept fine. On Louise, yes. Her co-worker Margaret called at lunch. I let it ring twice. "Harold, what's going on with you and Louise?" She wanted space. I said, "I'm giving her space." "Well, she's worried. She says you're cold, distant. Maybe fight for her a bit?" I leaned back. "Margaret, she asked for a break 3 days before Valentine's Day. If she's unsure about marrying me, chasing her won't fix that." Margaret sighed. "She didn't expect you to just shut down. She thought you'd beg. That's not happening." Silence. Then, "I'll tell her you're fine." And she hung up. 20 minutes later, Louise emailed. "Let's set ground rules. No dating others. No embarrassing each other online. No making it look like we're broken up." I read it, then closed the laptop without replying. Another message came. "Where are the restaurant tickets?" "I'll take Margaret if you don't want to go." I replied once. "Reservation is spoken for." 5 minutes later. "Who are you taking?" Nothing from me. The silence drove her insane. By bedtime, 14 unanswered messages sat in my inbox. She made the move. I just made her live with it. Thursday night, Valentine's. I picked up Aunt Gloria at 6 p.m. sharp. She saw me in a suit, smiled. Harold, you look like you're about to accept an award. You deserve one, I said. Tonight's about you. The restaurant was buzzing. The maitre d' led us to a prime window seat. Aunt Gloria marveled, whispering about her years as a nurse, her late husband, the sacrifices she'd made raising me. Tonight, she was in the background. She was the center. Halfway through dessert, I snapped a photo of her. Never looks good in photos, she said. I posted it anyway. Best night out in a long time. Love you, Aunt Gloria. Likes and comments poured in immediately. By the time I drove her home, my phone buzzed nonstop. I set it aside. At 10:20, I checked. Louise had seen the post. Her first text, Happy Valentine's. Hope you had a nice night. Then, wait, you took your aunt? Was that our reservation? Then the flood. Are you kidding me? This is petty, Harold. Delete it, my sister called. Call me. By 2 a.m., 31 messages later, I screenshotted everything, silenced the phone, and slept soundly. Next morning, 7 a.m., pounding at my door. I sipped coffee slowly, opened it. Louise, eyes red, hair messy, pushed past me. We need to talk. About what? I asked, closing the door. About last night, about this whole situation. I leaned against the counter. Go ahead. She paced. You made it look like we broke up. My grandmother called crying. Everyone thinks the wedding's off. Did you tell her you're having doubts? I asked evenly, is there someone else? Her eyes darted briefly. No, of course not. I grabbed my phone, swiped the rideshare app. 3 late-night drop-offs at Sean Martin's loft in the last 2 weeks. Same account we share. Want to explain? Her face went pale. Sean's just a friend. He needed someone to talk to. It wasn't what you think. I swiped again. Email confirmation from a florist. Bouquet delivered to Sean. Paid from our household account message. Hope it brightens your day. L. She froze. It didn't mean anything, she whispered. I set the phone down. Here's how this works. Stay at Margaret's for now. If you need things, give notice. That's it. Tears welled. You're really just throwing this away? You asked for time, I said. Now you've got it. I walked to the door, opened it. She lingered, then left without another word. By the weekend, Louise spun the story. Everything fine, a minor misunderstanding. Margaret posted vague quotes about growth. But my Valentine's post remained. Everyone saw. Conclusions formed. Saturday, John Keller called. Is it true you and Louise are on a break? I didn't answer. He went on. I saw her at the 9th Street Cafe with Sean. Didn't look like work. It didn't surprise me. Just confirmed what the data already suggested. Sean never stepped forward. When the gossip spread, he pulled back, wanted no part, no commitment, just distraction. Decision made. I printed the vendor cancellation forms. Signed everything without hesitation. Cleanest money I've ever spent. Louise tried again that night. Long message. I'm scared. I want to come back. I typed one line. You asked for time. I'm giving it to you. Then blocked her. I slept through the night. Next morning, packed her things into 2 boxes, stored them out of sight. Truth simple. She wanted options. Sean was one. She didn't expect me to take her break literally. I did. And for the first time since she said, maybe we should pause, I felt steady. 2 weeks later, she emailed, please, once more. Meet me. Chose a garden outside Whitfield Clinic. Arrived late. Coat wrapped, bag in hand. Harold, I'm sorry. Lost my head. Stress, pressure. I didn't mean it. You asked for a break. I gave it. It wasn't supposed to mean we were done. Love doesn't look like midnight rides to Sean's apartment. Her eyes filled. That was nothing, she said. No, that was an answer. I said, the wedding's canceled. All deposits, everything, finished. She blinked, whispered, you really don't want to try? You wanted time to think. Now you have it. All the time in the world. She lingered, then left, disappearing into traffic. I stayed in the garden. That night, Aunt Gloria and I ate pie and coffee at our favorite diner. You look lighter, Harold, like you finally set something down. I nodded, because I did, and that was the truth. The story started with Louise, but the ending, the full stop, was mine. Thank you for watching.